Hello everyone, welcome to the live class. So guys, today we are having another important session and I hope that the discussion which we have done in the previous classes that will be clear to all of you. Also guys, before we are going to start the discussion about all these important points which we will consider in this session, please let me know once in the comments that is everything all right? Audio, video, slides, everything fine or not? Okay, and then we will start the discussion. So I'm just going to check your comments here and then we will start the discussion about the important points we are going to discuss in this session. Please let me know in the comments whether everything is all right or not. Audio, video, slides, everything fine? Clear? Okay, that's good. That's good. So we will just start the discussion now. Also guys, at any point during the discussion, if you will have any doubt, what you can do, you can mention it in the comments and you can let me know about it. Okay, so let's start. And in the starting, I'm just going to tell you about the Unacademy Plus subscription first, and then we will talk about the important points which we will consider in this session. Just a second. Okay, so guys, as you all know, there are going to be so many new courses which are just going to start on Unacademy Plus. Okay, and some recently start courses are even there which have been started in this month. So if you want to attend the more regular live classes by all the top educators we are having on Unacademy Plus for your upcoming CSIR NET exam preparation, then you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription, and anytime whenever you are going to take the subscription, either right now or later on, anytime, okay, you can use and apply the referral code which is Anjali Arora, as it is mentioned here. No space in between and the spelling should be same. That's how you need to write it, apply it and get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. Okay, also guys, let me just provide you more information about the important points. So here we are going to have the top 50 questions for CSIR NET series special classes which are going on. Okay, so today we will not have this session, but now next week we will have this session at 1 o'clock. Okay, in this series 4 sessions already conducted and 2 more sessions are there. There were total 6 sessions in this series. Okay, and you can even check them. You can directly check on Anjali Arora in Unacademy Learning app. You can check my profile and there in the special classes section you will be able to find the series easily. Also in the description of this video below, okay, if you will check, you will have the link of the profile given as well as the special classes link given. So that's how you will be able to check the series. If you have not attended the first session, first part, second part or third and the fourth part which have already been conducted in this series, you can check them and you can watch those sessions too. Also the next week we will have more sessions, 2 more sessions, you can attend them. Revision courses, some of the revision courses have started and some will start now. Okay, before your exam you will have many new revision courses on Unacademy Learning app. So to attend the live sessions of all those courses you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription. As I have told you about the referral code guys, you can use and apply it. Okay, when you will write it, also apply it to get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. One more thing, there are like subscription is available for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months and 1 year. So what is gonna be the better? See, so guys, if you are planning to prepare for like this, you want to prepare for this as well as for the next exam. Okay, if you are recently going to start the preparation and you think that you will even be regular in your preparation and you want to keep it regular even after this exam, okay, just to maintain more better rank and like to improve, okay, then it will be better if you will go for the 6-month subscription or even the 1-year subscription as per like for how much time you are planning to attend the sessions. Okay, so that will be good. So accordingly you can decide like which one you want to consider, the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. Okay, And guys, along with all these points, there are going to be other courses, which is gonna be the batch course. Okay, this has started on 1st October, but along with this batch course, there are going to be other batch courses by like different educators as well. Okay, so if you will take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you will be able to attend these batch courses, the individual courses by the educators, and all these courses together will help you a lot to prepare very well for the exam. Okay, and let's say if somebody is going to take the subscription right now, then guys, the classes which have already been conducted till now in any course, let's say any course is already going on and some of the classes have been conducted in that course, so you will get the recordings of those sessions and you will be able to cover up the portion you have missed. Okay, also guys, there is Unacademy Championship series going on. This is like mock test. Okay, and every one of you can attempt these mock tests. They are going to be on Sunday, and on Monday we are having their analysis session. So yeah, you can attempt these mock tests too. They will be helpful for you. Clear? So this was all about the Unacademy Plus subscription. I hope each and every point will be clear to all of you, and we will now start the discussion about all those important points which we are going to cover in today's session. Sirsa, it's not there today. Now it's gonna be next week, Tuesday. Okay, so you can even check it, because these are series of sessions. If you will check it on my profile, it will be visible to you as well. Clear? So now let me know guys, can we start the discussion, and are you all ready for the discussion? Can we start the discussion now? Everything all right? All clear? And in between, if you will have any doubt anywhere, you can tell me about that. Okay, and we will consider that point. So guys, in the last EMT session, we have talked about the different type of questions, the possible questions, or what they can exactly ask you, okay, in the questions you can have in the exam. So these are the most expected cases we have considered in the last session, and I have told you last session of EMT, clear, that is electromagnetic theory, and I have told you that in this way you can even analyze the previous year question papers and you can get a clear idea about this thing, that what type of questions you can have, because most of the times, okay, students are going to say like, oh, this is gonna be quite difficult. Okay, they don't even like know, or they say like, okay, we are not getting any idea about it, that how we should consider this subject and how we can prepare it very well in less time itself. Okay, so guys, the preparation of this subject, if you want to do it like completely in depth, in detail, so the best way is to start with the 11th standard book. Okay, and there is gonna be like electric field, magnetic field chapter you will have, so EMT chapter you need to go through. Similarly, the 12th standard, you will have few more points there related to EMT part, you need to go through those chapters too. After that, as per your syllabus, there will be some of the points which will not be there in the 11th, 12th standard, and they are just now in your official syllabus of CSIR NET exam. So then you need to go through some standard reference books, okay, which is gonna be for like BSc and M.Sc level books you can consider. Then you will be able to have a good command on this subject in this way, like if you will do it step by step and you want to consider all the things in depth or detail. Okay, but the point is, since there is less time now before the exam, very less time, and you also need to cover up other subjects along with EMT, so what you should do and how you can prepare it well with the with having good confidence about this thing. Clear? So I would say the best way will be go through the previous year question papers, observe the type of questions, okay, and after that what you can do, you can consider the concepts, mostly based on which concepts they have asked the question again and again. They have asked it like related questions from a particular topic, like that. So once you will observe and analyze this thing, you will have a clear idea, and then you can start with those topics by making good command on those topics, so that you will at least be able to solve some of the questions from this part, okay, and you will be familiar with the points you are preparing. So that's gonna be the good idea to complete the preparation in just less time, okay. Also guys, one more thing, because you are targeting or you are preparing for one particular exam, let's say here CSIR NET exam. So from where you can get a clear idea about the type of questions for a particular subject from the previous years, okay. So this is gonna be a very good idea if you want to complete and cover up the main topics, the important topics in very less time. So I hope you all have considered this thing as I have told you about it in the last session of EMT as well, that okay, note down the possible type of questions first, note down their corresponding formulae there along with the possible case, okay, so that everything you will have at one single place. And let's say there are some changes or something they are going to ask, so what they will ask, if you are going to note down 25 or 30 different cases, 30 different conditions, their corresponding formulae, so at least out of those 30 they will ask, like if there are going to be total 5-6 questions, they can ask 3 questions out of that, okay. Some will be in part C, some will be in part B, so at least you will be able to do something and you will have a clear concept about that thing, clear. So it is required. So that's how you can make it, and if you have missed that last session, you can check it out, clear. After considering that point guys, we are going to have rest of the points. This is gonna be about the wave equation, okay, then conditions. If it is a conducting free space medium, then okay, what will be the case here? There will be a correction required, then so it should be negative, clear. And that's how like basic equations you can prepare and make a formula sheet, or you can consider the formula notebook too. If you are finding it difficult to consider it on sheets, you can make and maintain your formula notebook, whatever you have considered till now, okay, from all the subjects. If you have already noted that down in one formula notebook, you can even include this part there. That will be a good idea, okay. Like these are the basic formulae for wave velocity. What is wave velocity? 1 upon root mu epsilon. Then according to the medium, if it is a free space, then what will be the expression you will have? 1 upon root mu naught epsilon naught is equal to C, okay, that is going to be 3 into 10 to the power 8. Then refractive index, how it will be related to this expression, clear. That's what you can consider. Then for isotropic medium, what will be the epsilon value and how you can get the refractive index. Then for plane wave, what is the equation you will have for the electric fields, okay, what will be the value of V you will get from here? That will be omega upon K. So this is how like directly you can get to know about so many formulae. And let me just tell you that to solve the questions in EMT part, what you need to do. If you are thinking that okay, I will just prepare one single formula, I will just prepare Maxwell's equations, it will work. So guys, let me just tell you that here, if you are having let's say 5 days or 3 days which you can devote for this subject, I would say first day, solve previous year questions, get the idea about the type of questions which have been asked, try to observe the steps, okay, which you have to consider to solve those questions. Second day, completely devoted to memorize the formulae, okay, or just to have the formulae with you, okay, like from different topics, different parts, okay, and make the slots in a day. Complete day doesn't mean that you have started in the morning and you will just sit till evening. No, make the slots of 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. And the number of slots you can consider 3, 4, depending on the duration you are considering for one particular slot, okay. One time note down some formulae or just collect them, just have them with you, whether just highlight it somewhere if you are considering a book and something, done. And just have everything at one single place, clear. Second slot, start preparing them. Third slot, whatever you have prepared, revise as well as include new formulae, like that you need to do. Fourth slot, you need to do the revision, whatever you have prepared in like complete day, clear. So that's how you will have one more day remaining and you are having so many formulae which you have prepared, clear. So that's what you can do. So this was just an idea that how you should note down the formulae at one single place And once you will get familiar with them, whatever question you will have related to the formula you have prepared, you will easily be able to relate the formula with the given question and you will be able to get the answer. Don't worry about that part, because you are even practicing the previous year questions. It will be easy for you. Now let's talk about some of the concepts we are going to consider in this session right now. Okay, guys, here are few more very important formula. Let me just tell you about them too. Look at this. This is gonna be the general expression for the plane wave, electric field expression and magnetic field expression in the electromagnetic case. Okay, so these general expressions should be clear to everyone, that here we are just going to have E naught, B naught, e to the power iota kx minus omega t. When wave is moving in the positive x direction, this will be the expression you will have. Because sometimes what is going to happen, once we know about the general form, and this type of question we had in the previous years, okay, they will provide us electric field expression, they will provide us magnetic field expression, or just any one of them, and then they will ask you to find the V. So you know V is equal to omega upon K. So once you are able to compare the given electric field expression with this expression, you will be familiar with the omega value, you will be familiar with the K value. But for this thing, you have to relate the equation, that they have already provided you one equation of electric field, okay, and the other, that is the standard one, you know. So you will be able to compare and get the value of V, which is omega upon K. Okay, now next thing is, here we are having the pointing vector. At this level, what are the most important topics in EMT in general, from where you can expect the questions? So there are going to be few categories, okay, from where you can get the questions. Till the point I'm going to explain this slide, please let me know in the comments, you want me to tell you the way you should consider the categories while you are preparing this subject, or you want me to continue with some particular topic discussion here. So as per your comments, I will take the second part of the discussion I will consider, okay, after completing this part. So you can mention it in the comments, you want me to tell you the steps you can take right now, or the categories on which you need to focus more, and just by completing those categories you will be able to complete this preparation for the remaining time, okay, before the exam. So you can mention it once and let me know. See guys, here the next concept is pointing vector. Okay, it is related to the energy, okay, flow of energy you can consider in a particular direction corresponding to electromagnetic wave. So it provides you the information about the energy. Okay, now the point is, what is pointing vector? That is E cross H. Okay, and what is H? How it is related to magnetic field? That is B upon mu naught. Okay, we all know about it. So in this case, the pointing vector expression becomes 1 upon mu naught E cross B. If the electric field and the magnetic field given to you, you are going to have the expression 1 upon mu naught E cross B for the pointing vector. It is a very important concept. Okay, it is going to be a very important formula and very much expected as well in CSIR NET exam as well as in the GATE physics exam. Now, energy density. If anytime they are asking you to find the energy density corresponding to electromagnetic case, okay, so you will have to consider this complete expression, which is half epsilon E square plus B square upon 2 mu. The symbols are having their usual meaning like the epsilon and mu. One more thing, if they will ask you to find the energy density corresponding to only electric field, you will just have to consider the first term, that is half epsilon E square. And if they are asking you to find the energy density corresponding to magnetic field, then you have to consider B square upon 2 mu. Clear? Next point, if we are going to talk about intensity of electromagnetic wave, or you can say radiation intensity, because in the previous years they have asked one question based on it, okay, and instead of just mentioning it like this, intensity of electromagnetic wave, they have mentioned it radiation intensity. So instead of using one type of expression, okay, or giving it directly, they can even give you this thing that you need to find the radiation intensity so it should be clear to you. Clear? Next point, what is intensity? It is average of pointing vector. So what is pointing vector? S, average of pointing vector or expectation value of the pointing vector. You will show it like this. it will be equal to E naught square upon 2 mu naught C. Okay, as well as if you are just having, let's say, electric fields, okay, then you can use this expression. This is the average of Poynting vector in terms of just electric field. But if we are talking about the magnetic field, so this is the expression you will use if the magnetic field is given. It's not necessary that when they are asking you to find the Poynting vector, they will give you the electric field and magnetic field both. No, they can even give you only electric field, they can even give you only magnetic field, and with only that particular expression also you can write the Poynting vector, you can write the intensity as well, as it has been shown here. After this, if any time somebody is asking you to find the radiation pressure instead of radiation intensity, so the radiation pressure formula will be intensity upon C, okay, I upon C. So it's just gonna be a direct formula, you can use it and get the radiation pressure. Now let me know in any of these formulae, anywhere, at any point, if anybody is having any doubt, you can mention it in the comments and let me know about it. Yes, Sirsa? Okay, Sirsa, I will show you the previous slide. Is there any doubt anybody is having on this slide? If yes, please let me know. If no, then we will talk about the next one. Sirsa, I will show you the previous slide too. Any doubt anywhere at any point? And guys, all these points are very important. The Poynting vector, energy density, intensity, radiation pressure, radiation intensity. Okay, in any way they are going to ask you the question, you can consider these formulae. Okay, that's good, that's good. Sirsa, it is here. Please let me know once it will be clear to you. That's very good. That's very good, very good, very good. Sirsa, once it will get clear like the slide, or if there is any doubt, you can even mention that point wherever you are having any doubt. I will explain that point to you. Also guys, if anybody is having any doubt anywhere in any of the steps, okay, or the formulae, you can mention it. Guys, see, isotropic and anisotropic mediums. In general, in quantum mechanics, even you have considered the iso and aniso. What is the difference? See the properties of the medium, if they remain same in different directions, it's iso means like एक जैसा, ठीक है, और aniso, it will have different values for different parameters. As per the dimension, the direction you are going to consider, the parameters will have different values corresponding to that. So in general, in any case, it can be related to any of those parameters. Okay, if they are going to remain same, it's iso case. If they get changed, then it is an iso case. Clear? And generally in the question you can get it directly mentioned, it is isotropic medium or it is not an isotropic medium or an anisotropic medium. I hope this slide will be clear to everyone now. Okay, let's continue the discussion and let's talk about the next point. And still, if anybody will have any doubt anywhere, you can tell me about it. Clear? Now let me just tell you a few more points. So guys, category, even I need to tell you the category. Okay, so if we are going to talk about the category, what you need to consider. See, just a second. Here we are having some more important formulae, but along with these important formulae, I will even tell you about the category wise, like how you can consider the different topics and how you can expect it, like you can have the questions from this particular topic or that topic. Clear? So if I'm going to talk about the first one, what is that? That's gonna be the electric field part. Okay, when you are preparing or you are starting your preparation for EMT, and you are targeting to complete it within 2 days or 3 days like that. So first of all, have a proper planning about the subject. It's not like this that you will just start by considering the first topic which is mentioned in the syllabus. You have to consider everything with a proper planning and strategy to complete it within time which you are considering, whether 2 days or 3 days. Done. Because right now, as you are having total 9 subjects, only I think these many days you can consider for one particular subject. Okay, either 2 or 3. So first point is that you need to cover up the electric field based questions. Okay, when we are considering the electric field based questions or expressions, in that case what will happen? In that case, your questions can be related to, this is the first category we are having. Directly, it can be related to electric force, it can be related to electric field, it can be related to Gauss law, that means the flux part. Okay, so you can use Q upon epsilon naught or integration E dot ds. Okay, by using these expressions, you can solve such type of question. When we are talking about electric field, you also need to prepare the electric field expressions in different conditions, like for any system. It can be a wire, it can be a sphere, it can be a cylinder. Inside that system, outside that system, at the center, what is going to be the electric field expression? So corresponding to different cases, okay, you need to memorize the electric field expression. So once you are going to prepare it, your electric field part or whatever system they are giving you, you will be confident about it, that you know that. Done. After that thing, you can consider that they can even ask you a question from the boundary conditions part. Okay, related to electric field, the boundary conditions based questions you can expect. So when you are considering or covering this part, consider the most important and expected things first. Done. So boundary conditions, what are the boundary conditions we are having here? See, electric field, boundary conditions, okay, like the normal components and tangential components. Now, when to apply the boundary condition formula? Okay, I will tell you. See, anytime if you are having any boundary given to you in a system, this boundary can be like there above this boundary, this is a boundary, let's say. So above this boundary there is a different medium, below this boundary there is a different medium. Then what you can do in any such case, if they have given you the electric field component above this boundary at any point, okay, now what will happen? Let's say it is in the vector form, I, j, k cap, okay, they are present there, and you know this boundary is present along the x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. In that case, you have to firstly consider the normal component or the tangential component. They should be clear to you. If this is a boundary about the x-axis, so what are the components which will be normal to this boundary? They will be y or z, because we know as per the axis, like x, y and z, all three are normal or perpendicular to each other. Clear? So in this way, you will be able to know about the normal components from the given expression of electric field, or the tangential, which means parallel components or along the same axis. Okay, so those components you will separate out. Once you have separated out or you identified, it's not a long process. It is just by observing the given expression you can get it. Oh, this is the normal component and this is the tangential component. Once you got that point, now what you need to do? You need to use the boundary condition. Whatever they have asked you to find, you will just use the boundary condition and get that answer. If the question is related to a boundary, most of the times you have to do this thing. But there is another condition as well, another method too. Okay, I will explain you what is that method and when you have to prefer that one. But before that, guys, know about the boundary conditions. See, the tangential components, tangential means parallel or along the same, okay, axis. The components of electric field, they are continuous, which means the difference in the values you will have above that sheet or the boundary and below that sheet or the boundary, that will be same. Okay, now how to memorize it? Let me just tell you that thing too. See, let's say this is the boundary, this is the sheet. Okay, above this sheet there is another medium and below this sheet there is another medium. Now what will happen if you are trying to just move like this? Okay, you will have something in between, something which is present in between. Okay, so in this way we can exactly observe that when there is something in between and we will try to just cross this path, okay, like this vertically, so there is a barrier, okay, and this is discontinuous. Okay, so in this way, this is just to memorize that which component is continuous and which is discontinuous. So the normal component of electric field, okay, is gonna be discontinuous. It can't enter to this barrier, okay, or this boundary, and it can't even enter from here. Clear? Now the point is, if we are talking about the tangential component, because we know any one of the components is gonna be continuous, so this one is discontinuous and it is easy for us to consider and to memorize. So which one will be continuous? This one. There is no such barrier. This is just to memorize, because normally when we prepare the boundary conditions, there are chances of making mistake, that which, or we just get confused at this point which one was continuous and which one was discontinuous. So in this way, if you will memorize, you will not make mistake. Done? Now, so which one is the component of electric field which is discontinuous? Discontinuous means its value above the sheet, above the boundary, and below the boundary will be different. Okay, and continuous means the value will be same above the sheet and below the sheet. So you can see the first one is showing the tangential component. Tangential means like this. Okay, so in this case, what is going to happen? It is continuous. Continuous means above the sheet or below the sheet or below the boundary. Okay, if you will take it on the other side, so this minus sign, it will move on the other side, so it will become plus. Clear? And then you will get E parallel above is equal to E parallel below, which means the tangential component of electric field is continuous, okay, about this boundary. Another thing, we have already observed that the normal component will be discontinuous. When this is going to be discontinuous, what is the discontinuity present? That means when you will measure the electric field's normal component above the sheet and below the sheet, then what will be the difference in the value? So that will be equal to sigma upon epsilon naught and unit vector n. Okay, what is sigma? Charge density, you know, and that's how you can find the discontinuity in the normal component of electric fields. Okay, but let me just tell you one more thing here. If you will observe and analyze the previous year questions from the CSIR NET exam or the GATE exam, you will find one thing, that the questions related to the boundary condition which have been asked, they have been asked mostly related to the continuous components. Okay, whether it is gonna be the electric field or displacement vector. In the numericals, we mainly need to use the equations which show or which tell us about the continuous component. Okay, that means instead of this one, okay, you are going to have more questions, and there are more chances even to get the questions based on this part, because it helps us to solve further, to just get the final expression. So this one will be more like required in comparison to the second one, but still there are chances if they can they are just going to ask you about the condition only, they are just going to give you all the information you need to solve this part, then they may even give you the question related to second equation, but this one is most popular, okay, and the famous one, so it should be clear. Now here, along with the electric field component and boundary condition, you should also know about the displacement vector. Now you know displacement vector, if you are going to get the relation between D and E, what is that? D is equal to epsilon E. Okay, this is something everybody knows. Now the point is, when D is equal to epsilon E, and you already know that E parallel above is equal to E parallel below. So let me know, when tangential component of electric field is continuous, according to you, what will be that component of displacement vector which will be continuous, tangential or normal? According to you, you can mention it in the comments. According to you, what will be that component of displacement vector which will be continuous? As I have told you, the continuous equations are more popular in numericals, they are more famous, and there are more chances of getting the questions based on them. Okay, so let me know which one will be continuous as per you for the displacement vector boundary conditions. Just mention normal or tangential for displacement vector. I'm just going to check your comments after that. Okay, what about others? That's good. That's good. Okay, so guys, yes, sometimes anybody can consider that, okay, when they are related with this equation, that is d is equal to epsilon e, so it will have the same component which will be continuous. But no, in the displacement vector case, you will have the perpendicular or the normal component which will be continuous, while in this case it was the tangential component. Okay, and that is the more required expression, which is about the continuous case, which is perpendicular or normal component will be continuous. It's opposite basically. Okay, so d perpendicular above minus d perpendicular below, that will be equal, clear, or equal to 0 if you are just considering both like this, d perpendicular above minus d perpendicular below, that will be equal to 0. Okay, and they are more expected. While we are going to consider, very good Subramanyam. Now let's talk about the next point. So this was one thing, that once you are starting to prepare the electric field related or type of questions, you can start with this part, that is force expression, field expressions, phi, that is electric flux. Okay, Gauss law you will consider here, boundary conditions based questions. Okay, they are quite easy. Boundary conditions based questions are quite easy and even very much important too. Clear? Now after that you can have the questions based on image charge method. They have been asked in previous years, even there are great chances you can get them in your upcoming exam too. Image charge method. Okay, so what type of questions you can expect in the image charge method case? So guys, in the image charge method, the first thing you need to know is when to apply this method, in what type of questions, so that when you are reading any question, you will get the idea that, okay, to solve this question, I need to use the image charge method, and that's how I'll be able to get the answer. Clear? So let's talk about it. When we are talking about the image charge method, the first point, that when to apply this method and when to use it. So guys, whenever you are having the infinite grounded conducting sheet given to you, what? Infinite grounded conducting sheet given to you. Okay, like this. Let's say this is a sheet which is infinite grounded conducting sheet. They can even say it is grounded conducting sheet, because in some of the questions they mentioned it in this way too. Okay, so either they will mention infinite grounded conducting sheet or it is a grounded conducting sheet. Clear? And they don't give you the see, when they don't give you the length of that sheet, it is having the length L or something like that, and they just mention grounded conducting sheet. What it means? It means it's not a finite length, it is infinite length. So already when they are just saying it is grounded conducting sheet and they didn't mention the length of the sheet, that means what they want to say, it is infinite grounded conducting sheet. Okay, so until and unless they finalize or they give you the exact idea about the length, you will consider it infinite. Now in this case, what you need to do, if they are going to give you, I am explaining the image charge method now. If they have given you a charge, okay, at a distance d above the sheet, let's say this is the distance d, okay, and the point coordinates of this point have been given to you. Clear? In this case, if this is a charge plus q which is present here, then below this sheet at the equal distance, that means this is distance d, below this sheet at a distance d you will have another charge which is minus q. Clear? So this is something which is not given, which is something you are considering. And let's take it once again, just a second, step by step. Here I have just mentioned it directly, but the better idea will be to consider it later on. See, so this is the situation already given to you. What is the situation? There is one infinite grounded conducting sheet, okay, and since this is infinite grounded conducting sheet, that means the region below this sheet will be, like you can consider, will behave as a conductor, like that you can consider it. So in this case, what is going to happen? If somewhere they are asking you to find the electric field at some point here. They are asking you to find the potential at some point here. They are asking you to find the force at that point at some charge. Okay, they are asking you to find any such parameter in the region where the actual charge is present. Then what you need to do, you will not, if you are considering that okay, I will just consider this charge and I will find it, it will be wrong. Why? Because here in this case you need to consider the image charge first. That means there will be another charge which will be existing below the sheet at this particular point. At this point you will have the charge with opposite sign. If it was plus q, you will have to consider minus q here. Okay, but the distance from the sheet for the second charge will remain same. If it was distance d, it will even be distance d. Okay, so it is distance d above the sheet, that is the charge plus q, which was already given, and below the sheet at distance d you are going to take image charge, which is minus q. And now due to all both the charges, you will find the parameter you need to find as per the question, whether force, whether field, whether potential, whether power, whether anything, whatever they have asked you to find due to this given system. So already you have considered, or you have to consider the image charge, then proceed further. Okay, one more thing. Depending on the number of sheets given to you, you will have to consider the image charges. Okay, or even guys, sometimes students are going to have doubt in this point that okay, will we always have this situation that the charge will be above the sheet? So let me just tell you, it's not the only situation you will have. You can even have the actual charge given to you. If this is sheet, they can give you the actual charge, okay, and it is grounded, let's say, the actual charge which is present at d distance below the sheet. Okay, at d distance below the sheet, let's say minus q charge is given to you. It's not necessary that it will always be plus q. It can even be minus q. Whatever charge is given on the, like in the opposite side, you will consider the image charge with the opposite sign. If it is minus q, you have to consider plus q here at the distance d. Okay, and if this is infinite grounded conducting sheet, and if this is plus q, you have to consider minus q here. So this is like the image charge, anywhere in the opposite side you can consider. Okay, now if we are going to consider the next point, that's gonna be related to the number of image charges you will have as per the sheets given to you. Let's say, do you know about it, that what will be the total number of image charges when any number of sheets are given to you which are present at an angle theta? Okay, so let me know about it. Just a second guys. I'm just going to check your comments right now. If you are having any doubt anywhere, the points we have considered till now, you can mention it and let me know. Yes, Payal. Let me know. Is this clear till this point to everyone? Done? If you are having any doubt related to any point we have discussed till now, you can mention it in the comments and let me know about it. And if everything clear, that's good, we can continue the discussion. So let me know once in the comments whether everything is clear or not. Pile, you can say it's equal to sigma f. Okay, that is, you can consider the free charge density, you can say, corresponding to free charges and all, but it will be equal to 0. So normally you consider, or you will have to consider when you are solving the questions, as equal to 0 instead of sigma f. At some places, like in the standard reference books, even you will have the first equation as sigma f. Even if you will check for the parallel or tangential components of displacement vector, it will give you some value, okay, in terms of polarization you will have there. Done. So that means the continuous component, if you have to consider in any one of the cases, if sigma f is 0, then it will become continuous, and mostly it will be continuous as per the given expressions or the numericals. But yeah, that equation is right, which you have mentioned, that is right. Okay. Kaku, which one? The sigma f condition? Yes. When their sigma f is 0, then you will get the same condition which we have discussed for the displacement vector. Payal, we will even consider that there the discontinuity you will have in terms of polarization. Okay, so right now we are focusing on the points like from where we had the questions or we are having the great chances to have the questions in the exam. But yeah, if you want to write the displacement vector discontinuity, you will get it equal to the polarization value. Okay, like related to the polarization value expression you will have there. Done? Can we talk about the next point then? Clear? And these are the most expected and the important expressions from the boundary conditions: the electric field, which is the continuous one, the displacement vector, which is the continuous one. Similarly, you will have other expressions too. It's good to know them, but yeah, numerical part, that is more expected from this portion. Clear? Now let's talk about the next point. So this is how you can make the categories, and this is how you can get to know about, like, together you can prepare all the topics one by one. Clear? From the electric field section, like, yeah, you can have this type of question. Now we were talking about the number of image charges. Number of image charges in case when you are having the infinite grounded conducting sheets present at any angle theta. Okay, so let me know what will be the number of image charges you will get. There is a formula for that, and we should know about it, and we should even know about this thing, that for a particular case at what positions we will have the image charges, how we will consider it, how we will get the final answer and all. So if you know that expression, please mention it once in the comments, and if you don't know, I will let you know. What are the number of image charges you will have for any or you can say the number of sheets you are going to have which have been arranged at an angle theta. Okay, so the expression will be 360 upon theta minus 1. For example, and the type of cases you can have in this way, because they will give you like, okay, there are two infinite grounded conducting sheets which have been, like, they are connected in such a way that the angle between both is 90 degrees. So when it is 90 degrees, and this condition based question you had in the previous years too. Okay, that's very good, Kaku. So guys, in this case what will happen, it will be 360 upon 90 minus 1, which means 4 minus 1, which means 3. Okay, so how many number of image charges you will have in this case? 3. When theta is equal to what? It is equal to 90 degrees. Done. So in this case what will happen? Let's say at a distance d, the actual charge which is given at a distance d this side from the y-axis, and d distance above the x-axis. Okay, so this is distance d, this is distance d, and this is the charge plus q. And there were two sheets which have been arranged in such a way, which are the grounded conducting infinite sheet. Okay, they have been arranged at the angle 90 degrees. Okay, like it has been shown in this figure. So how many image charges you should have? 3. Clear? But how? See, 1 at this point, then image charge, which means it will have a charge opposite to this given charge, that is minus q, and at distance d. Clear? Another one. You will have another charge here, minus q, again at distance d. Okay, but what about the third charge? Till now we have considered the two charges, two image charges. What will be the third charge that will exist at this point? Okay, and what should be the sign of this charge? It will be plus q. So if you want to make this process easy, you can consider it in this way, that if this is even a sheet What should be its image charge? That should be plus q. It's here. What should be its image charge if this is even the sheet? Okay, so you will have plus q, and that's how you are getting it easily. So that's how you can get the image charges, okay, in this way when the angle is given to you, and that's how you can get the all image charges in this way as per the given shape or the figure. Okay, so let me know if there is any doubt anybody is having. So guys, if we are going to continue the discussion about the category. The first category was related to electric field. Second, make it corresponding to magnetic field. When you are writing it for the magnetic field, see, it becomes very important to prepare the magnetic field expressions corresponding to different systems. Okay, like we were talking about the electric field expressions in different cases, it becomes very important to know about the magnetic field expressions corresponding to different cases and memorize them very well. Okay, and after that you are having some of the expressions or the formulae to find the general like magnetic field, to find the force, okay, to know about the magnetic flux. Also guys, when we are talking about electric field, the questions based on dipole, they are very important. The questions based on multipole expansion, they are very important. That means monopole, octopole, quadrupole and all. Okay, so all the multipole expansions, they are quite easy but also very important too. Clear? Now, so these are few cases you are getting. Also when we are talking about electric field, one more topic is there. That's conductor. When the cavity is in the conductor, and the conductor part based questions you can expect. Clear? So that's how complete the electric field part for firstly initially, and then after that you can start considering the magnetic field part. In the magnetic field part, what you need to do? You need to consider the magnetic field expressions in different cases. Also consider the important laws you are having in the magnetic field part corresponding to electromagnetic. After completing electric field and magnetic field portion, then start electromagnetic portion. Okay, like there are going to be waveguide topic too, that topic based questions you can have, and like random topics, if they are not going to be in one particular category, you don't want to consider it. Why? Because there are going to be so many topics already, so you can make the separate section or category for that, like waveguide. It will not be so much lengthy as per the exam point of view. There are just few formulae. Find the dimensions, what are the role of dimensions, in what formula dimensions A and B will be present if we are talking about the rectangular waveguide. Similarly, what is the cutoff frequency? That should be clear. Okay, then we are going to have some more expressions in that part related to waveguide. That should be clear. Then we are going to consider the reflection coefficient, the transmission coefficient part in general, in terms of refractive index, in terms of like in general formula we are having for the refractive and reflection and transmission coefficients. Okay, they should be clear. So that's how guys, one by one, don't consider the complete subject together. Consider category wise and then complete one category preparation. And out of the topics you are considering, firstly try to focus on the most important topics. That's how in less time you will be able to do it well, and you will be able to make a good command on all those topics. Okay, I'm just going to check your comments right now and let me know if you will have any doubt anywhere. Kaku, waveguide से एक क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्टेड आप कह सकते हैं कि आ सकता है, ठीक है. और वेवगाइड ना बहुत इजी है, वैसे सिंपल है, ठीक है. बस थोड़ा सा आपको आइडिया होना चाहिए कुछ फॉर्मूले का. एक बार आप उनकी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, इट्स क्वाइट इजी. Sirsa? Okay, I will explain that example once again. Sirsa, what we have considered in this example, we have considered two infinite grounded conducting sheets. What are these sheets? Look at this. One sheet is this one. This is infinite grounded conducting sheet, and the other is this one. Both the sheets are arranged, or they have been like kept in such a way that the angle between both 90 degrees. In this case, one charge is present at this particular point at a distance d from the y-axis, at a distance d from the x-axis, okay, and the charge is plus q. So the first question I have asked was how many number of image charges you will have in this case. So to find the number of image charges, the formula in this case you can use is 360 upon theta minus 1. 360 degrees upon theta minus 1. So 360 upon theta means what? Theta is 90 degree. So 360 upon 90 minus 1, that's what you have to consider. Once you are considering that, it will give you 3. That means total number of image charges will be 3. How you will consider the number of image charges? If for this particular sheet, this is the charge q present at a distance d, and the image charge will be what? It will be minus q. Okay, because the sign of the charge we need to change. So minus q again at the same distance. The concept of image charge method I have explained before this. Same concept we are using and applying here. But total number of image charges in this case will be 3. So first image charge you have got. Similarly, below this part of the sheet, okay, the second sheet. If this is a charge which is the real or the actual charge, its image charge will be minus q as it is present here, okay, below the sheet at a distance d. Also, if we are considering the third charge, how many you have got till now? Second, first, okay, so 2 you have already got. Now what about the third one? You have to consider it in this way that here is one more sheet, here is one more sheet, okay, then what will be its image charge here? Plus q. What will be its image charge here? Plus q. So you have got total 3 image charges, and this is a way of considering the third charge too. Okay, that's how if you will consider, it will be quite easy for you to get all the image charges and to know about the sign of the charge too. Otherwise, if you will relate it with this, you may get confused. So you can consider there is a sheet, and that's how what will be its image charge, what will be its image charge. It will become easy for you to consider the sign of that image charge and to get it. Clear? It's okay, Kaku, if you have focused on like other topics, other important topics, and if you are having like you have completed them and you are having time which you can devote for this particular topic, so you can go for it. Otherwise, if you are still revising and preparing some of the topics which are very important than this one, तो आप उस पे focus कीजिएगा अभी, ठीक है? हाँ, Subramanyam, tomorrow at 5 o'clock we will have our YouTube session here. Okay, so guys, tomorrow's YouTube session will be at 5 o'clock. The solid state physics session which has not been conducted, okay, day before yesterday. So yeah, that session, solid state physics session, tomorrow in the evening at 5 o'clock. Don't miss it. Clear? And thank you so much everyone for joining this session. That's very good, Sirsa. Very good, everyone. Clear? I hope that the points we have considered and we have covered in this session will be clear to all of you. We'll try to consider some more points in our upcoming sessions. Yeah, tomorrow don't miss that solid state physics session as well. Timing will be 5 o'clock. That is in the evening. Clear? Thank you so much everyone for joining this session. Also guys, keep on revising the concepts you have prepared till now. Believe in yourself, you all can do it, and yeah, it is possible. Even you can use this remaining time very well to prepare well for the exam. Okay, and yeah, that if you believe, you will be able to do it and you will be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So that belief and that trust is very important, and stay positive. Okay, don't worry, you can do it. So thank you so much everyone for joining this session. Also guys, as I have provided you the information about the Unacademy Plus subscription in the starting, I'm going to let you know about the points here again, like you know about the championship mock test, which is going to be on Sunday, and on Monday we are going to have the analysis session of the mock test. So you will even get to know about the step-by-step answers of all those questions which we had in the mock test. Clear? So in the analysis session, you will get to know about that. And on Sunday, you can attempt this championship mock test which is going on right now. Also guys, if we are going to talk about the batch courses means there is going to be a course in which different subject sessions, different educators will conduct. Okay, that's going to be a batch course, and that's how like you will be able to cover up many number of subjects with the guidance of different educators together. Okay, then guys, whenever you are going to take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you can use and apply the referral code, either this one, that is AnjaliALive, or you can use and apply the referral code this one, this is Anjali Arora. both will work, but at a time you can use only one referral code. So either use this one or use that one, both will work, but any one you can use at a time. Okay, now so this is Anjali Arora. You just need to write as it is, no space in between. Spelling should be same. That's how you need to write it and apply it to get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. Also, if you want to attend the more regular live classes by all the top educators we are having on Unacademy Plus for your upcoming CSIR NET Physics exam preparation, then guys, you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription, and whenever you will take the subscription, you can use and apply the referral code, okay, to get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. There is a series of special classes going on right now, which is questions, top 50 questions for CSIR NET exam. Okay, session timing 1 o'clock. So now next week we will have the session in this series. For this week we already had the sessions. Okay, revision courses which are soon going to start on Unacademy Plus. So if you want to join them, because they will even be helpful for all of you, okay, even at this time they are going to be very much important, and you will get the guidance by all the top educators by attending all these sessions. Okay, so you can take the subscription if you want to attend these revision sessions and all the important sessions which are going on Unacademy Plus for your upcoming exam preparation. Thank you so much everyone for joining this session. Thank you. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, don't miss that solid state physics session too. Okay, thank you everyone for joining this.